Hey guys, this is part 2 of the MS story video. I'm so upset right now because I was legit recording like the part 2, and then I looked at my thing and it wasn't recording, so that kind of just really made me mad. But whatever. So like I said, in the part 2 video, I'm going to explain the symptoms and how MS affects my day-to-day activity. So, one thing that I'm struggling with currently, today, every day, is fatigue. Fatigue is fatigue is basically extreme tiredness, where you really have like no energy to do anything. And so how fatigue affects me, I literally fall asleep anywhere. And when I do fall asleep or when I doze off, sometimes I go into a really deep sleep. And it's almost scary because it's weird. Like, I've never had nothing like this before. And so, yeah, I fall into a not fall into a really deep sleep, but I fall asleep anywhere, y'all, like literally. And that's probably dangerous and not really something that I should say, just because like I drive and stuff, but I don't fall asleep while driving. Like, I'm very, very aware of like what I'm doing while I'm driving my car, especially when my son is with me. Like, I'm all in. But literally, like, if I'm sitting somewhere and not doing anything, or I'm just sitting there trying to be alert or having to be alert, I fall asleep. Like, I can't stay awake. I really can't. It's so hard. So fatigue is like really taking over right now. And like, I don't know if it's because of the winter time, but it's extremely annoying, to say the least. Like for real, it's extremely annoying. Because I can't stay awake, and it's really hard at work. Because at work, like, we do a lot of watching. And so sometimes we can't do much to be active during certain times, because we have to like really watch the area and watch the kids and stuff. And so that's like really, really hard for me. Because when I'm sitting still and I'm not doing nothing, there's nothing there to like keep my attention, I fall asleep. I literally like will doze off and fall asleep, and it's not good. And that's something that I like really, really struggle with. It's so hard because I know you can't sleep at work, but it's so hard, y'all. It's so hard. So fatigue is really taking over. Another symptom that I deal with is dizziness, which is, I think another word for dizziness is vertigo. So I deal with that a lot. Sometimes I'll go to sleep, or when it's time for me to go to bed, I'll get really like lightheaded and dizzy. Sometimes when I'm like taking a shower, I get lightheaded and dizzy, and I just stop and stand there for a second just because I don't want to like pass out or fall or nothing. But I get dizzy a lot, and it's not a good feeling because it comes out of nowhere. So I'm like really not aware of when it's gonna happen. And then yeah, it's not a good feeling. And the most challenging part with that is that a lot of times I get dizzy at work, and if I was to like let my supervisors know, or not attend to work every time I get dizzy, I would never have hours. I would never work, because it's almost a daily thing. And so it's something that I kind of have to like push through, like especially with the fatigue. Like, that's definitely something I have to like push through and keep going, because at the end of the day, like, I still have to work, But these are definitely things that really, really can take over me. And sometimes it's really frustrating because it's just like, man, like, like, I wish I could just chill and have time to myself and like regather myself. But sometimes life just doesn't allow those things to happen. So it's kind of like a gotta take it and roll with it thing. So yeah, dizziness and fatigue, or vertigo and fatigue, are something that I deal with all the time. I am currently in physical therapy right now. I was experiencing extreme lower back pain and stiffness. Like, it was ridiculous. It was like my lower back had felt like a solid brick. That's how bad it was. It felt like a solid brick every single day. And so I've been in physical therapy for about, what is 3, let me see. Yeah, I've been in physical therapy for about 4 to 5 weeks now. And I think, yeah, next week is my last week. I heard that news today. So I was like kind of happy, but then I was also kind of sad because I like actually, you know, getting up and doing the workouts and stuff at the place. When it comes to doing stuff at home, it's kind of like when I can get to it, because at home I be having stuff to do, or if I'm at work, or if I'm on my way to work or something, like doing my physical therapy exercises, real talk, be like the last thing on my list or on my mind to think about. It's probably not good, but I'm just saying. So yeah, so next week is my last week for that. I have been in physical therapy, like I said, for my back. So I experienced lower back pain. Another thing that I experienced is aches in my legs. So a lot of times my legs can get stiff, a lot. Sorry, I had to reply to a text. But a lot of times my legs get really, really stiff. And so if I could say like if I can say MS bothers my body physically, my legs would probably be the thing that it bothers the most. My legs are very, very like weak. They're very weak. Sorry, y'all. My legs are very weak though. And so with that, it'd be kind of hard to like work out and stuff because they're so weak and they ache really, really bad. Sometimes they ache so bad I have to be like bed bound. Like I have to just lay in the bed because to walk on them or to like move them hurts so bad. It's like moving a stiff heavy box or something. Like that's how it feels when they're really, really, really aching really bad. And so sometimes it's just really hard, y'all. But like I said, or I didn't say this, but you really never know that I'm in pain or that I'm suffering from some type of symptom or something, just because sorry. Just because I don't voice it. I don't share a lot. I don't share a lot about, like, I don't share when I'm in pain. Just because I never want to be that type of person that has a sickness or a disease and like wants the world to know about it, like, or wants the world to know that they're not feeling good. So a lot of people will like post a status or something on Facebook, I don't know, say they got diabetes or something, it's just an example, but say they have diabetes or something and they post the status on Facebook like, oh, my blood sugar's so low, such and such and such and such, and but like not just randomly, but like do this stuff daily. So those type of people, like, I don't ever want to like live, I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes I say live through my sickness, but I know that's not how it's worded. But I don't want to be like a slave to my sickness, if that makes sense. I don't know how I'm trying to explain it, but I don't want to like make it seem like this is something that I have and I can't handle it and I want y'all all to feel sorry for me because I have it. Like, you know, like I don't want to be that person because that's not how I even feel about myself. Like I don't feel sorry for myself. This is something that I have and this is something that I'm going to fight through. Like this is not going to tear me down or bring me down or define who I am. Like I'm going to fight this. And then honestly, I feel like I'm in a blessed space right now. Like I don't experience certain symptoms and certain things that other people with MS experience. Not to say that, you know, that's them and that's me, but I'm just saying like I'm thankful and blessed for like how it's treating my body at the moment. Like I have like different side effects that I, deal with, but I deal with them and it is what it is, but it's never going to like make me or break me. This is just something that I have right now and I'm pushing through it. That's how I look at it. So, like I said, if I'm hurting or if I'm in pain, like sometimes you would never know about it because I don't like to voice it or share it or tell you guys, like, or tell people, like, oh, this is how I feel today and I want you to feel sorry for me and treat me like, you know, less than. No, I don't ever, ever, ever want to be like that. And so that's why at work, like, a lot of people will randomly find out that I have it and like, man, I never knew that you had that. Like, that's good. You don't have to know that I have it. Like, now you know, yeah, but I'm not just gonna come up to you and be like, oh, I have MS, so treat me like this. No. Like, you know, you find out, you do, you don't. Like, it's not something that I want people to feel sorry for me for. And like sometimes my mom, she gets like sad. It's not funny, like it's not something that I should laugh at. But sometimes like she gets sad because like she'll ask how I'm feeling or something and I'll be like, oh, I'm fine, my legs just hurt. And she'll be like, oh, that's sad. And I'm like, Mom, it's not sad, like I'm okay, like my legs just hurt. It's nothing, like it's nothing that's gonna like hurt me or break me down. And so like I think that helps out too with my family, like just knowing that, you know, that I'm a strong young lady. Like I can push through my pain. Like I have a high tolerance for pain. Even though sometimes I be feeling like I can't do it, I still do it. Like I still get through it. So sometimes we have to be like our own motivation for things, and that's definitely what I do for myself. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. And so yeah, that's how I feel. So yeah, vertigo and fatigue and leg pains is really all that bothers me. Now also with MS like comes like differences on your body, like physical differences and stuff like that. So right now what I'm dealing with is I'll randomly get like skin rashes, which I don't even understand. I don't understand it. But I know it's from that, just because it's like random stuff can happen to you out of nowhere with MS, which is like, it makes it really, really weird because of that. But like, it's true, like random stuff can happen to you, and sometimes that can kind of be like really like, I don't know, irritating, just because it's just like, really, like where did this come from, or why is this happening? But then like I said, I just like, I'd be like whatever. So like right now I have this rash here. I don't know, yeah, you guys can see it. So this right here is a rash that I get randomly. Now it comes and goes, which makes it so weird. So it comes, like right now it's here and it's like flared up and it itches, but then sometimes it'll go away. And so it'll go away for like maybe a couple weeks and then it'll come back. So it's so weird. It's like just a random skin rash that comes and goes. I have one on the side of my stomach as well. Not gonna show y'all that. That's a little bit too personal. But I have a skin rash on the side of my stomach as well, and that comes and that goes. So it's really weird. Like MS really does treat the body different, especially, you know, based on different people, and then just different things happen. And sometimes when those things happen, it kind of counts as like a flare up, like your MS is flaring up, which means like you're having a flare up, so you're getting symptoms and stuff when really you shouldn't be getting symptoms of certain stuff. So that is kind of weird with that. But yeah, I don't know. I was told that I possibly have new lesions on my brain, but we have to do another MRI to determine that. So once I do the MRI in January, then we'll determine if it really is, and then if so, then that'll determine why I have like these random skin rashes and all those things. So yeah, MS is really, really, really tricky. It's different. It's something that you really have to research and kind of like sit there and take time to understand, because if you're just hearing about it, like you won't understand it and you won't get it. And like I said, I'm not all the way hip to all of the things that it can do to you and what it does, but I just know what I know, and I know how I feel and how it affects me. So yeah, so I think that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up. If there are any other questions that you guys may have about my symptoms or about MS in general, I can try my best to answer them. Just leave a comment down below. And then I'll read the comment, obviously, and if so, I can do like a Q&A or something, a Q&A video, and kind of explain more to you guys or answer you guys' questions, whatever questions that you may have. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I love you guys, and stay tuned for the next video.